it was hard. It was really hard because there were times after the breakup where I was just like, I feel like I want to go back. Hey YouTube, how are you guys? This is super weird, super weird making this video because I know that I haven't like made a video in like a really long time, because to be honest, like I've just been in this like brain freeze, like writer's block type of thing where like I wanted to make videos so bad, but I didn't know what to make them about. You know, a couple things happened that really just like messed with me, kind of like just emotionally and mentally and stuff. So I really didn't like, I wanted to talk about it with y'all, but I didn't know how to present it, I guess. You know, today I actually saw this post on Instagram, and it said, I posted it on my page, and it says, whatever you do, never run back to what broke you. Seeing this, I read this and like just something in me was like, you need to make a video like today. So that's what I'm doing. This post really spoke to me just because it's like, I feel like I have been doing this. I've been doing just that for the past 3 years. Like running back to things that broke me. And okay, so now I'm gonna share with you guys. So for the past 2 years and a half, I was in a relationship. And you know, me and this person, we got along. We did. You know, and I grew to love them. Like, we fell in love, and you know, everything seemed great because I was looking at things through rose-colored glasses. And I wasn't really seeing things for what they were. People show you bits and pieces, kind of, but you tend to ignore it when you're like, well, no, like there's more good than bad, so I'm not gonna pay attention to it. Not to say that this person is a bad person, because they're not, but just our personalities when it came to how we dealt with things didn't really mesh. Like, we got along as far as like, haha, you know, we could talk about things and we would discuss, like, you know, we had the same major, so we would just talk about life and like, you know, like how the world works and just politics and exchange ideas and, you know, just philosophy, like just things like that. But when it came to how we dealt with each other, it just wasn't, it didn't go together. And it was a really toxic relationship, just because things that I was used to, they weren't used to, and vice versa. It was more so like, you know, trying to teach each other how we want to be loved, and it just didn't work out. Like, it just didn't work out, because how they wanted to be loved, I didn't know how. I tried, but I couldn't do it at the end of the day. And how I wanted to be loved, they tried, but they just didn't know how. We did try, we did, but I just more so found myself getting lost in that relationship. Like, the person that I was before that relationship wasn't the person that I turned out to be through the relationship. Like, and it was just breaking me down. It was breaking me down as a person. Like, you know, it just wasn't good for me. I felt like I was just more angry. I felt like I was becoming more aggressive. I was, you know, always arguing. We were like fighting. Just things that couples just shouldn't do. Like, you know, how I was being talked to wasn't how a person should be talked to by somebody that claims to love them. Just certain things, certain ways about how I go about things, I expect that in return. Like, I expect you to treat me how I treat you, and that just, it wasn't happening in that relationship. And they did try to change, you know, how they talked and how they went about things, because, like, you know, sometimes just a lot of insecurities affected how they would go about certain situations, where it was kind of just like, there's no need for that. Like, that's unnecessary for you to say these things and do these things. And I just found myself getting hurt over and over and over again, and, like, you know, just crying all the time and being angry all the time, and just asking myself, like, do I want to be in this relationship? And it was so many times where we broke up and I was just like, I don't even want to do this anymore. But because I loved this person, I always went back. And that was basically me going back to what was breaking me at that point, because I wasn't being a better person. I wasn't becoming a better person. I wasn't doing the things, like, you know, that I needed to do to build my self-esteem. That wasn't happening. I more so felt like I needed validation from this person. I felt like I needed just, like, them to realize how great of a person I was. And I was doing that because I was actually taking on their insecurities. Like, how they felt about themselves, I was taking that on. And then, you know, they were kind of also pushing their insecurities on me. So then I was just like, you know, I would feel like, well, am I good enough? Like, do you, like, you know, like, I know you love me, but am I good enough? Because, you know, you're not stopping the things that you're doing when I ask you not to do them. And you keep hurting my feelings. Like, you keep breaking my heart. You keep hurting me. So why is it? Like, am I doing something wrong? Like, what's the issue? And, you know, it took me, I want to say I was feeling like this for maybe a year. I was feeling like this for maybe a year. And, you know, every time we would break up, you know, it will always be like, oh, come back, or I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do it again, whatever. And, you know, I'm not gonna act like I didn't, you know, maybe say things or whatever to hurt this person's feelings, because I might have. I know I have, actually. I have also said some hurtful things, but it was more so hurtful because it was the truth. Whereas this person would just say things just to hurt my feelings, just to hurt them, because they were angry, not because they actually meant them. I found myself getting lost, and I didn't really know how to pick myself back up. I didn't really know what to do. It's just like, why am I here? Like, do I want to be here? Do I want to be in this situation? Because I feel myself getting more mad. Like, I feel myself becoming more aggressive. Every single little thing kind of just ticks me off. Like, everything, like, it got to the point where it's like everything that person did kind of just, it angered me, just because I grew so much resentment for them and for myself, because I was just like, why am I staying in a situation that I'm not supposed to be in? Like, I know better. Yusra, you need to leave. Yusra, you need to leave. And I couldn't bring myself to do it, because I was so in love. And I was just like, you know, things are gonna get better, and we can be happy. Like, you know, it's possible, because we love each other so much. What people don't realize is, like, you can't make somebody love you how you want to be loved. Like, if that's not what they want to do. Also, you can't love somebody how only you know how to love and expect them to be okay with it. Because it's like, as I said, people are used to different things. So it's like, if you're not willing to compromise, or, you know, mean what you say when you say you're gonna do something, then it's just not gonna work, period. Towards the end of the relationship, I was just like, I just don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm not happy. I felt like I wasn't growing as a person. I wasn't doing anything. Like, I was miserable, to be honest with you. I was just, to be honest with y'all, like, I was miserable. Like, towards the end of the relationship, and it sucks to say this because that's just not something that, you know, somebody would want to feel when they're in the relationship with somebody that they love and care about. But that's just how I felt, because the resentment was building up. The sorries, it just didn't matter anymore to me. And I was just an angry ass woman. Like, I was angry. Like, I was just so angry. And I know that a lot of people go through this. Like, I know a lot of people go through this. I know a lot of people, they want to lie to themselves or have high hopes for something that they know isn't going to last, or something that isn't going to work out. And you know, everybody needs to go through something, and everybody goes through something for a reason. And I don't regret the relationship at all, because it taught me a lot about myself. It taught me about what I need from someone and what I need in life, and I'm pretty sure it taught the person that I was with the same thing. After the breakup, I was kind of, I'm not gonna say in a dark place, but I felt like I was kind of like I was kind of stagnant, because it's like I was kind of scared to move on seriously with someone, just because like I would think like, damn, like, is this person gonna find me funny? Like, you know, are they gonna find me like nice? Are they gonna be attracted to me? Are they gonna be genuine? Like, and that was the most thing that I had an issue with, and that I still actually have an issue with, which is one of my insecurities that stems from my past relationship, was like, are people being genuine with me? And to be honest, what I learned was just like, you can't hold on to the past. And you know, half of the reason why the relationship failed was because that's what I was doing. And you know, it was hard for me to let go, because this person kept doing things that just reminded me of the past, so it was easier for me to hold on. But it also just, it made me unhappy, because I was just like, I don't want to feel like this. I want to forgive, and I, like, you know, I know that I'm not going to forget, but I want to forgive, and I want to move on, and I want this to be a learning experience. But, you know, I kind of allowed it to turn into resentment, and it took me a couple months to get myself together. It was hard. It was really hard, because there were times after the breakup where I was just like, I feel like I want to go back. I feel like, you know, maybe I made a mistake, or maybe this time, this is the longest that we haven't been together, so maybe it'll work. And I realized that I was feeling that way because I was just feeling lonely. And because I felt like, you know, well, maybe nobody could, I guess, love me as much as this person claimed that they loved me. And that allows people to stay. That allowed me to stay in a situation where I knew that I shouldn't have been in. Stress, like, don't stay in a situation that you're not happy in. If you're not becoming a better person, if you're not growing, if you're not learning, if you're not sharing knowledge, why are you there? Why are you staying? And it's like, you could ask yourself a billion times, why? And you might know the answer. Like, some people, they know the answer to these things, and they still do the same thing. Like, they still do the same thing. They still stay. And it's kind of just like, don't lie to yourself. And yes, it's going to hurt. Because when I'm the one that broke up with them, and I was crying. Like, I was heartbroken. And I felt like my whole world was just like crumbling slowly beneath my feet. But I kind of got to the point where it was like, I'd rather it crumble and me build it back up by myself than to feel like I'm depending on somebody that can't carry me emotionally and can't satisfy me emotionally. You know, if you feel like it's gonna get better, then by all means, you could try. Try. And I will tell people again and again, try. Try to make it work. Once or twice, try to make it work. And if it doesn't, stop trying. Stop trying for the 10th time, the 11th time, the 12th time. Stop trying, because it's just not going to work. And I'm not saying this to be a downer. I'm not saying this to be pessimistic. I'm not. But I'm telling you because you will find yourself stagnant. You will find yourself not moving. But you will also find yourself, you will just find yourself saying, I'm here because I'm in love with this person. And what I learned is that sometimes love is just not enough. Like, love is not enough for you to sacrifice your own happiness and what you need. Love isn't supposed to make you want to sacrifice your happiness. It's not supposed to make you sacrifice your happiness. I'm really encouraging everybody, if you're in a situation, it doesn't even have to be in a relationship, a job, your house, friends, whatever. Like, if you're in a situation where you're not happy, it's okay to leave. It's okay to say, like, yo, this is not for me. Like, I'm not with this. I'm not becoming who I feel like I could be. My potential is not growing. Like, if you're happy with where you're at, then by all means stay. If that's what makes you happy, then stay. But if you're not happy, then leave. And yeah, you're gonna be upset, you're gonna be hurt, you're probably gonna cry, you're gonna feel heartbroken, but things will get better. And you're not gonna forget the situation, but you take the good with the bad and you allow things to make you grow. And you take things and you try to take the positives from all the negatives. And if it allows you to grow as a person by taking yourself out that situation, then take yourself out that situation. It is nothing wrong with that. And I'm telling y'all from experience. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, subscribe, like, the whole 9, you know, whatever. I know that I'm slacking with these videos, but I have way more time on my hands, so I know I say this all the time, but I'm going to really post more, because I have way more time on my hands now. Before I didn't, but now I do. So thank you guys, and I love you guys. I love y'all.